Hello everyone, I've lost two readings, Mercury retrograde. Both were around 40 minutes long. I'm not going to redo them, I'm just going to tell you what I found, okay? It was, they were very, very interesting readings. And I'm just sorry that I lost them, and hopefully I won't lose this as well. But something is amiss with my equipment today. I didn't want the day to go by without giving you anything at all. Will anyone resign over the signal? Let's go through them. Will anyone resign over the signal defence security breach? I see clairvoyantly the Four of Swords in the tarot. There is someone who will take the fall for this. It's like a fall guy in a way. I saw someone on a cross going over the falls. They were being swamped with water, the emotion, and they eventually went over the cliff. And so when I did pull cards on that, it indicated that eventually they would have to reform. They would have to take reforms, and then someone will resign. And this is mainly to take the heat off Trump. It's likely going to be Waltz. I hope the Democratic Party keep on, and Libertarians, whoever, independent, whatever, never try. Republicans, come on. This was the worst breach that I have witnessed, that I have even thought would be possible. That they were using the Signal app, a commercial app, to tweet or post about from their cabinet members to post about the attack on Yemen a couple of hours before it occurred. Absolutely horrendous. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I got very clearly that the devil card kept coming up. Again, the death card comes up. The devil card is and the Ace of Swords. It's like people are really starting to understand what they were sold. It's like you buy a car from a car yard, you drive it home, halfway home, the engine blows up and you go, I was just conned. I can't overestimate or underestimate how angry people are feeling. That's coming through the readings. In terms of allies, will they hold back security information? I saw the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands carried two wands. They handed one wand to a person on one side of the horse, and another wand to the other to another person on the other side of the horse. The cards again backed up the clairvoyant vision that they would be giving they would have two sets of classified information destined, one for America, which would be a kind of a sanitized version, and the other one would be for their own trusted allies. It was like that whole circle of trust thing, that only those in the circle of trust got the full briefing, and the American government was not in that circle of trust. And so America, allies now, Europe and the and the Commonwealth will start to give America a kind of a shortened down, no real, no identities, not putting their own agents in harm's way. They would be getting this kind of doctored intelligence. Now, in the Signal chat, a CIA agent actually did have their identity. They were named. And so allies are very, very concerned about this. I want to say also that to me, there seems to be more coming on this. The cards indicated that this was just the tip of the iceberg, and that there would be something to do with a financial system security breach, which would again drive home how insecure, how unstable the actual government is as a result of Musk and Doge, as a result of Agenda 47, as a result of Trump being kind of hands off. He is not when I asked about how involved he was, Spirit gave me the information, or the clairvoyant vision, the keyhole and light coming through. So he was only given a certain amount of information, that he wasn't really running the government. It was Agenda 47. It was his cowboy kind of cabinet that he's got together, cowboy, cowgirl cabinet. He's there for the ceremonies. He's there for the, but he's not really hands-on in the same way he was in 2016-17 in his first presidency. And unfortunately, the caliber of the officials there is not high. And so that's why you're seeing this logical progression to security breaches and other breaches. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Tulsi Gabbard's what phone she was on in Southeast Asia is going to return. If she was on a government phone, she would have said it. And so we're just going to see, and she is the intelligence director. What a joke. What a joke. No wonder they're nervous. This isn't going away. I think Walsh is the one that eventually resigns, but it's not going to help them much, because other breaches now start to manifest. And I do think there's something in relation to financial systems. I want to say that when I asked about Trump's competence, what I got was stacks of money that he was given, and in return he was to prune back the government, the regulations, and that he would get compensated in that way. It's sort of like a grift for him. It's an ongoing grift, but he's not really involved in all of that. Other people are doing that, and all of that is now being seen by the electorate. I cannot overstate the energy that I was getting, both clairvoyantly and in the cards, of how people are waking up to what they were sold and are really angry. And that led me to look at whether or not he would suffer an assassination attempt in April. And the end of March, we've got 2 eclipses, 1 eclipse yet to go. We've got Neptune moving into Aries, plans solidifying. He is very much still in danger. The card that came out, the first card came out, was the Death card. Now, the blank card in this old-style tarot means that there is some ambiguity over that question. And so I'll go back to my clairvoyance. I saw someone was watching him, that there would be another assassination attempt. Would it be successful? I don't think it will. However, he is in danger. I feel that there's a growing disenchantment, or no, it's not disenchantment. It's actually his own donors are getting very antsy about what's going on. There's not just disappointment from the electorate, there's disappointment from those that are supporting him. And someone within that mega wealth, it could betray him. And so there is a possibility still of assassination in the next 6 weeks or so. In relation to Greenland, I've been wanting to ask about Greenland. Will it ever be annexed or taken over? This is what I got clairvoyantly and through the cards. Clairvoyantly, I saw that he was trying to build a bridge so that he could annex it, and the bridge was crumbling into the water. No, Greenlanders do not want to be part of America. Eventually he realises that, and he comes at it in a different way. With the new Greenlandic government, he basically buys them. He basically buys some sort of partnership that will satisfy him, that locks Greenland into a partnership with America for many, many years to come. And I guess Denmark would have to be part of that. I don't know where that comes off. Maybe he leaves Denmark out of the picture, and somehow he does this partnership thing with Greenland in itself. It's a lot of your taxpayer money. but it is a kind of a partnership around, I'm assuming, mineral wealth, defence, so that he can say, well, no, we don't own Greenland, but we may as well. We've done, we've done all but own them. So I see those deals being done in the near future, not so far away, with the Greenlandic government. But they are thinking that they're doing it as an equal partner. Of course, Trump will always exploit anyone he does business with. Okay, so that's what I see for Greenland. No annexation, because they just won't support that, and he would have to invade them. And he's not going to do that, because that would set off NATO Article 5. What he will do is buy them instead, but he's not going to purchase Greenland, although he'd love to. He's going to do so many deals with them that America's all across the island. Okay. And then he can brag about that, because he really wants a statue. I keep seeing that. He wants a statue of himself. He wants to be great. He wants to leave this legacy. The legacy that he will leave is one of chaos and destruction. Florida's sixth. I read on Randy Fine versus Josh Wheel. Randy Fine is the MAGA candidate, very pro-Doge. Josh Wheel is a public school teacher. I'm going to say clairvoyantly, I saw a boat in very difficult, sort of like there were ice picks or ice sticking up out of the water, and he was able to take that boat, carve a pathway forward through this very perilous territory, and people were jumping on the boat with him. So he is definitely clairvoyantly taking support away from Trump. Would he actually flip the district? I said months ago he would take support away from Trump. Will he actually flip the district? I got very good cards. And so I'm going to say, with all predictions, they're possible until they come true, and then they become fact. I'm going to say it's possible he could flip that 6th district. I've got very good cards for him and very good clairvoyant images. What else? Will Ukraine ever be... will security forces, European security forces, ever be in Ukraine? Well, it's interesting. The cards that I got indicated very much that Europe was aghast at what was going on, that they, in terms of funding and finances, they were trying to get all of that together so that they were able to be on more solid ground in relation to what they could and what was possible and what was not. And what was possible is that they have to be in a position to take on Russia without America. And that's what's caused all this consternation. There's sort of tugging. Some people want to walk before they run. So, there's this kind of tug of war going on in Europe at the moment. However, I got the Star of Hope after all those cards that suggested such volatility. Restructuring was going on. Money was agreement around money and who would fund this. All of that's going on at the moment, and in a very, very quick way. In 2 years, they will be in a position to put security forces in Ukraine. Now, I know that's a long way away, but it's a period of time. It's like, be patient. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But there's a possibility that it will. And when they do that, they are very much in charge of their own destiny. Okay, I was using this... don't want to go on for too long in case I have to take a good hard look at the storage on this machine and whether that's causing me to lose stuff. But I will do one last try around, just show me Trump in April, March, around the eclipse, and March. So heads are going to roll eventually because they have to, but it's not going in a very good way, is it? Show me Trump in March, April. Show me Trump in March, April. So this reading will be short because I'd have to do some stock taking and see why I lost 2 readings. Show me Trump in April. Show me March, April, around the next eclipse, and in April, because astrologically it portends that unexpected shocking events. Well, we've seen that. That seems to be par for a course. But show me Trump in March, April. What can you show me about Trump in March, April? I think that's a better way to ask him, will he be killed? Oh my God, I got the death card again. The end of something. The Queen of Cups, something is coming out. This is nurturing, self-nurturing care of others. Everyone's waking up, basically. It's like the fog is lifting. The Page of Pentacles again comes up. The economy is in real trouble in April when the tariffs are announced. People are starting to really feel it now. Tariffs on cars, again, people are getting less. But this was also in a relation to, came out perhaps a young person who may try and assassinate him. He's not the king anymore. That it's like his reign's over. The Knight of Swords in the past, the truth has come out. People are already making their minds up, but this was in relation to him in April. The guardrails, will the guardrails hold? That's in the sky, and we get the Queen of Swords, a movement toward logic and planning. We get a crossroads. Everything is at a crossroads because of his actions. The Two of Swords and the High Priestess, the something that we can't see yet. It's a real tipping point. March, April for him. We get the Wheel of Fortune in the hopes and fears. You will see the economy contract, and we get an inevitability that judgment is being made. This could be divine judgment, but could also be real judgment as well. And there's some sort of victory associated with it, and a Ten of Swords. So there's an ending for him in some way in April, March, April. I don't know if it's the loss of one of these or more of these special elections, but I asked about his April. The Death card is at the, as a signifier card. The Moon card, volatility. The Ace of Cups, the overwhelming emotion. We have strength, and we have the Star card and wish fulfillment. So, there's a celebration there in relation to something that happens. So I think there's a lot coming up for him in terms of people now waking up, the truth coming forward, more breaches being occurring, allies holding back intelligence. We're all, it's not headlines anymore, it's actual reality. But it's also the Democrat Party is rising. People are so angry. It's like everything is changing now, and in some way, there's a death. An ending here, an ending for Trump in March, April. Will that be his health? Will it be an assassination attempt, or will we see political endings starting to take place? All right, that's it for now. I'm not going on any longer in case I lose another reading. Thank you to those who spoke about my hands. As I said in my last two readings, I'm losing track of what I've already said. I have autoimmune issues. I cut out gluten and went to low-carb lifestyle eating. Within 24 to 48 hours, the pain started to subside. I've done 3 readings with just very minor supportive things on. And I have no pain in either thumb now. Thank you to those who've done distance healing. It really is contributing. Thank you to this community for your wonderful support. I have enough suggestions and everything now. I'm getting well. I'm healing. Thank you. Anyone who has arthritis needs to go back 2 readings and read the comments thread. Just type in arthritis and in the search bar, and you too can get some of those suggestions. I might even compile when my hands get even better, I might compile a blog on my website and put all those lovely suggestions for you, with a disclaimer that I'm not a medical professional, and neither are the people that are giving me these suggestions, but this is what helped me. All right, I'm sorry that I've lost the reading, but at least you haven't gone by with nothing. Hopefully I'll get all this fixed. Mercury retrograde, I think Mercury's retrograde, and I'll be able to do a proper reading on your Sunday, my Monday. Thank you very much. Bye for now.